16th century Japan. The period known as the turmoil of warring states, where the dominant powers of the time competed for supremacy and plunged the country into chaos. Amidst this upheaval, a self-governing merchant city was formed, and through forward-thinking, international exchange and trade, it was to become a port city of great wealth. This city has always been at the very cornerstone of the nation, at the forefront of all facets of the economy, trade, and culture of Japan. The name of this city is Sakai. Along with Kyoto and Nara, Sakai City still has a lot of temples and historical buildings remaining here and there from the days when Buddhism flourished. These buildings were built during the 16th and 17th centuries by the merchants of Sakai City, who piled up vast amounts of wealth as a result of their business dealings. They are the remaining treasures of that spirit of prosperity from the golden age of Sakai. What is the path of the road to Sakai City? What remains to be explored? Let me guide you on this journey of discovery. Sarcophagi, armor, massive burial grounds, innumerable traces of a proud and mighty ancestry. The Nintoku Tenno Ryo tumulus is thought to be the tomb of a person who, in the 5th century, brought overseas exchange to a new level by pursuing the technical and cultural advances of China and the Korean peninsula. The Nintoku Tenno Ryo tumulus rates with the Great Pyramid of Giza and the tomb of the first Shin Emperor as one of the 3 largest burial sites in the world. Its construction required as many as 2,000 people per day and approximately 16 years to complete. To produce the tools needed for this grand-scale undertaking, as well as the great number of burial accessories, new metalworking techniques were developed at this site. The Metalworking Artisans Collective, known as Kawachi Imoji, from the 12th to the 15th centuries, they lived and worked here, undertaking everything from temple bell casting to the restoration of the great Buddha at Todaiji Temple in Nara, and their prowess in the field of metalworking was unsurpassed. The technology of metal forging, the techniques for hammering and reshaping highly heated steel, then gave rise to the art of swordsmithing. These blacksmiths were to play a large part in the ensuing periods of Japanese history. Through trade with Europeans in the 16th century, a wide range of material goods and cultural aspects were brought to Japan from the West. One of these was the gun. No sooner did guns appear in Sakai than their design was imitated, and via the exceptional techniques of the blacksmiths here, mass production was begun. It was a chaotic time, the turmoil of warring states. Sakai rode with the winds of war, becoming Japan's top gun production center. Sakai, which had grown through overseas trade, gained wealth and political power by selling guns and gunpowder, and developed even further from a self-governing merchant city into a city of international trade. According to one theory, the number of guns produced in 16th century Japan alone exceeded 300,000, more than all the guns in Europe. This production system was made by workers adopting a method of dividing the labor, whereby individual pieces were produced first. Then, in cooperation, they would work on the assembly of the entire weapon with the individual pieces. It's said that this method of mass production is what allowed manufacturers to produce such a large number of weapons so quickly. It can be said that in the history of Japan, the iron processing technology and the gun manufacturing techniques used to make such weapons were superb. This tradition of craftsmanship continues in many industries in modern-day Sakai City. Knife making, the traditional craft of Sakai. In this exceptional method of manufacture, the blade is obtained by forge welding together the soft jigane-based steel and the hard hagane blade-edge steel through intensive, painstaking hammering, quenching, and sharpening. The end result is a unique knife that cuts with ease and never breaks or bends. The sharpness and durability of Sakai knives is an art that has developed through the interweaving of ancestral craftsmanship with fire, steel, and people. One of the largest bicycle stage races in Asia, the first stage of the Tour of Japan is held in Sakai. The superb technology of steelworking is carried on today in the manufacture of bicycle components, many of which are currently made in Sakai. And with age-old products, such as hand-shredded oboru kombu kelp, which enriches the flavors of Japanese cuisine with its unique sweetness, Sakai's traditions live on. Such masterful craftsmanship, passed down through the centuries by the people of Sakai, is carried further today in many fields. Sen no Rikyu, the master of the tea ceremony, known by everyone in Japan. Born in Sakai in the 16th century, he created a Japanese cultural tradition in Sakai, the tea ceremony, known as Cha no Yu, which is the fusion of Zen Buddhism and matcha green tea. It was a chaotic time, the turmoil of warring states. Through the practice of Zen, Sen no Rikyu attained a deep awakening. And he came to the realization that soberly refined things had something more spiritually quieting than things of obvious beauty. Through tea, he sought single-mindedly the soul of hospitality. The world Rikyū sought was one of mutual respect for each person and the value of a prudent mind. In addition, the spirit of Rikyū has been passed down over 400 years as the essence of the tea ceremony without being diminished. This feeling lives on in the Japanese people, especially in the hearts and minds of the people of Sakai City. And so, in the city of Sakai today, many of these traditions are alive and well. Just as each of the 4 seasons passes with its own beautiful manifestations, there is a greatness to things that never change. Sometimes praying for safety at sea or for a big catch. Sometimes making offerings to the spirits of our ancestors. Sometimes giving thanks for a good harvest. Born in this city, living in this city, raised in this city, the people of Sakai shall never forget, upholding as they do the subtly sensitive spiritual values of Japanese mentality and spirit, which have almost been forgotten by the Japanese of today. The fantastic, frightening sound of muskets. This incredible sound is the brave reverberation of the golden age of Sakai. Timeless history, diverse traditions and culture, a continuous heritage of dedication and craftsmanship is at the foundation of the city of Sakai. Sakai is a place of unique attraction. We hope you will enjoy our city. One of Japan's largest solar power plants. Factory clusters that create beautiful city lightscapes. One of Japan's largest soccer training fields. A volleyball team boasting some of the best gameplay in the domestic league. And shopping malls where you can find everything from electrical appliances to everyday items. A city of constant cultural and industrial creation that continues to captivate all who visit. That city is Sakai. The city of Sakai is quite centrally located in Japan. Central Sakai is only 30 minutes by train from Kansai International Airport and 10 minutes from Osaka. Sakai has a wide variety of accommodation where one may relax and relieve the fatigue of traveling. We are looking forward to your arrival